At the shoe with the review of the Zion 3 M.U.D. M.U.D. is what they're calling, made uniquely different. But trying something really desperately new and different. Used to be special edition, artisan edition, playoff, or postseason. Now they're calling it M.U.D. Made uniquely different. So yeah, but the Zion 3, I thought the design was pretty unique. It seemed like a different type of Kobe 11. This, yeah, is pretty much exactly the same with some slight changes. In changes you can clearly see and feel, for the better, sometimes not exactly for the better. So this fits exactly like the 3. It's narrow as hell, so you gotta go at least a full size up, and even that's for people really narrow foot. This is hell of a narrow shoe. The weight for size 10, it weighs about 480 grams, and it feels even more heavier than what the digits show. The strap may have added a bit of weight, and also they have this part. It's metallic. You can hit it. It's so cold. Yeah, this probably added some weight too. And overall, the upper, it's been changed to be more soft and flexible and forgiving. So if you didn't like the rigidity of the plasticky thin material that you've got in the Zion 3, this is definitely a good one for you. For me, I think softness, yeah, it goes all the way here. So these little edges were a little bit sharp in the normal Zion 3. This is a little bit more soft and plush and forgiving, but still these little stitch points, they do kind of irritate a little bit. So lace them up hard and see if it works for you without giving you any blisters. So try them out. And again, the upper material, they're softer, kind of synthetic leather kind of material, but nubuck maybe. But I really love the design element from the normal Zion 3, where they had that rubbery, plasticky dots all over, which made it look like kind of like Venom, or those 3D kind of feeling design. So design-wise, it's a step down. And again, because it's so soft, the shoe is that much unstable. It does not have any plasticky material to provide stability. Even though it has a very prominent outrigger on the forefoot and even in the midfoot, that don't really work well because they have a soft insole, midsole that has no stability. The normal Zion 3s had this plasticky bit in the midfoot, which some people complain that made the shoe even more tight, but I think that provided a slight level of stability. So without that, I think this is a bit of a miscalculation in terms of the functional design. The outsole is pretty much identical, just as bad as the Zion 3, the ordinary version. You can wear them outdoors if you can afford to wear your shoes out, or you wear them in the pristine court. Otherwise, it's very dust sensitive. Almost as bad as a Jordan 31. Those kind of, it looks like it could work, but it doesn't. That's the kind of crappy design they have. I love the big ass Jumpman logo, which has got a bit of a iridescent feeling. It's kind of a rainbow, fly, bug eye, bug wing kind of glittery, element there. I love that. The midsole is something that gives you a lot to talk about. The Kobe 7s had a drop-in midsole that could be that had an elite version where it had a full-length zoom, but you didn't feel the zoom, and the midsole foam material wasn't that great. The LeBron 11s had a drop-in Lunarlon midsole with full-length zoom, but you didn't really feel it as much. The clunkiness of the shell kind of neutralized the cushioning. But this one, even though the shoe is kind of clunky and edgy, the cushioning neutralizes everything and really provides a smooth ride. So this is a drop-in full-length zoom midsole for the ages. Another great thing about this is it has a very clear heel-to-toe drop or an offset, which means you won't have to worry about hurting your Achilles by having a midsole that just kind of sinks in the heel, because that's what they usually do with drop-in midsoles. It's just foam, but it's practically same throughout in terms of thickness. So on the heel, where you have predominantly more weight pressing on it, the heel will compress faster, and it will compress to a greater degree, so it will provide this imbalance. But this, it's pretty thick and firm. but on the forefoot, it's thinner, lower to the ground, but the Zoom Air works nicely in tandem with it. Even though the Zoom doesn't go all the way to the toe area like a Zoom Turbo, but it does not matter. You do not feel any lack of cushioning or any different odd departure of the cushioning from this part to this. It's very smooth. The midsole density is done perfectly. Yeah. If you're thinking about if you need a drop-in midsole, this is a hell of a midsole. This is this shoe's saving grace. But other than this, it's a pretty crappy shoe in my opinion. Nice design, but bad traction, bad stability, weird fit, really heavy. Can't get enough of this. But again, as you can tell by the drop-in midsole, it's very sharp, just like the shoe. So the shoe, if you're used to wearing really narrow shoes, you can go for it. Like the Kairis or Kobe's, you can go true to size or go down half the size with those kind of shoes. Then you can wear the shoe in a normal size. But ordinarily, if you really wanted this shoe, I would advise going at least a whole size up. And even if you do, make sure you don't have a wide foot, because this is not for you.